South Carolina, for every member that was taken from us on September 11th. Starting in 2009, Dan made it his mission to build a September 11th memorial for South Carolina. And for all of us that know Dan, when Dan's on a mission, Dan's on a mission. He's not going to take no for an answer. He's not going to let no stone go unturned until whatever he sets his heart out to do is done. We can talk more. I'll talk more about what happened. I first met Dan. Dan got invited with the White Knoll Middle School, where years earlier students had raised over $500,000. I thought we started with pennies and just coins and drives. And they purchased a new truck for Ladder 101. Mike Kendall was the captain. And if you know the motto of Ladder 101, it's 7 in heaven. They lost 7 members working on September 11th. And just those children, the generous donations, to repay something that happened 134 years earlier, when in 1867 we sent out an apparatus because of a huge fire, and we took care of South Carolina. And somehow they got hold of that story and said, it's time to pay it forward. You guys got beat up pretty badly. We got beat up really badly, not pretty badly. And let's see how we can support you. And whether it was just the kindness shown by these young men and women to the New York City Fire Department, particularly Ladder 101, that's really what got us through some of the darkest days of our department. That compassion on the parts of people that were strangers, that says, we're going through your pain, we feel your pain. And on the 10th anniversary of September 11th, 10 years after September 11th, 10th anniversary, to be honored in South Carolina with a beautiful memorial is just breathtaking. We have, our motto was never forget. That's our motto. But for people to take it up, Dan, Cindy, children of White Knoll School, I can't tell you how much that has gotten us through. And, we've rebuilt. We are the best prepared, best equipped, and best staffed fire department in the world. But without the support of people like Dan, it would have been a much more difficult road to travel. So, while we're honoring you today, it's actually you who have been honoring us for so long and allowing our members to recover from the dark days of September 11th. And I can remember, I don't remember the year it was, but when you brought that beautiful band from the school, what year was that, Dan?
2008.
2008.
March.
Is this Coach?
It's Coach.
Coach, we've been waiting for you.
Coach. Oh, God, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
You get a 10-yard penalty for delayed game.
Hey, I had some kids who have to practice.
I'll bring football back in.
There you go.
We just talked about all the work that Dan has done for the residents of New York, the fire department, and why, while we're honoring him, it's only a small thing that we can do for how Dan has honored us for so long. And when those kids came up and played at 101, I mean, it was just awe-inspiring to see how much they grasped the situation and how important they felt by being part of this team to help us out. So Dan, this is a small gesture, but know that you're all part of our family. And being an honorary battalion chief may be an honor for you, but it's certainly an honor for us to be able to do that for you. And as I said, Cindy, you've been part of this from the beginning, so we want to say we're honoring you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ed, you want to say a word?
We only do this a couple of times a year, bring somebody in for an honorary. It's generally somebody from the immediate area that we deal with over a period of time that's always been a friend of the fire department. In this case here, you supersede a lot of what these folks do because in some cases it's a one-shot, it's a two-shot deal, and they're generous to the department, and we like to acknowledge that. But in your case, with the history that you have, going back to Ladder 101 and bringing that up here to a firehouse that sorely needed it, to a department that sorely needed it at that time, needed that shot in the arm, and needed that confidence to know that people out there across the country cared for New York City firefighters and the sacrifices they made. It was truly extraordinary. But, as the Commissioner said, you didn't stop there. And truly, nobody is more persistent and more persuasive than you. And there's a lesson in that, because if you want to get something done, if you want to commit to something, and you truly believe in something, by forging relationships, making friends, learning who the players are, you can package whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And as we followed along for all your accomplishments, and then the memorial down in South Carolina over the last couple of years, that was remarkable in itself. And we appreciated when you would come up, bring us a little piece of that, or send us a little communication from that, eventually give us a video of that. Tremendous accomplishment that you did your job already, but yet you knew that you needed to do more for your community down there, as well as for the community of first responders and the citizens of New York up here. So this is a special honor for us, as the Commissioner said, to bestow on somebody what you are a most worthy recipient. And Cindy, you're as a partner all along, and I know that I'm sure you made a lot of sacrifices within your family, and Brian as well, you know, to keep Dan going and keep pushing Dan and keep supporting Dan. We truly appreciate what you've done for the department, and we know that you're not done. So we know that it's your friendship, really, that's the most valuable item here that we're celebrating. You don't need to bring anything else to us, as much as we know that you've got our back and you're out there supporting us all the time. So congratulations to you, and you certainly deserve this honor. We truly appreciate what you and your family have done